Alrighty, so I wake up on this beautiful Wednesday morning, and today is my last day of school, potentially ever. Man, I feel like I've waited so long for this moment, and I'm excited, so I'm gonna go. I have one class left, see all my classmates for probably the last time, and yeah, I'm super pumped. Yeah, it's just gonna be weird after this, so I'm excited for the journey ahead of me, man.
My whole life, I've always been super concerned with people's perception about me. I mean, literally everybody has something to say about you. How you walk, how you dress, what you should have been, what you should be. And up until about 6 months ago, I cared. I thought that people's perceptions of me is what actually defined me. So, here's my real honest take about why people's opinions of you don't actually matter. One day, life got to a point where I realized that everybody around me had made up their own version of me. A version of me that I never created, I never approved, and yet somehow I felt responsible living up to. Have you ever caught yourself doing that? Editing the way you walk, talk, move, breathe, just so that other people can like you more? You do it so much that you become an actor in your own life, wearing masks, adjusting tones, hiding flaws, and for what? What's the payoff? Half the time, they still don't like you, and the other half of the time, they just like the perception they have of you. I remember 2 years ago, and even now, when I told people that I would make content, they would look at me like I was an alien. And even when I was at my lowest, people would still kick me when I was down and poke at the things that they thought would hurt me the most. And when you spend a long enough time pretending, you forget what you were even pretending for. You wake up one day and realize that you've just become a collage of everybody else's opinions. And the truth nobody tells you when you're growing up is that most people's opinions of you aren't even real. They're just assumptions, insecurities, and projections, and they're all based on what they think they would be like if they were you, but they're not you, and they will never be you. We let people, classmates, friends, and even those that we look up to form their own narratives about who we are. And along the way, we start to believe them. But those stories that they form in their head weren't written with our truth in mind. And that judgment was never meant to define us, and it's not something that we need to even carry. And the question I start asking is why? Why do we do this to ourselves? We don't owe them anything. Now what you do owe is this. You owe yourself the right to be honest, the right to be raw, misunderstood, and disliked, and still be at peace and content with yourself. Because peace will never come from the applause, it will come from within you. And there's a confidence when you can walk into a room and be content with the fact that maybe not everybody loves you. And that's alright, because you love you. And at the end of the day, that's just what really matters. Not what other people see and think of you, but what you see and think of yourself. Because if everybody adored a version of you that you hated, what was the point? You exist for a reason, and you don't need validation to have a value. And no amount of external approval will ever fill the void left by internal neglect. And that is the same reason why so many celebrities are still sad. So let them talk, let them guess, let them judge. All the while you build, you grow, and you create something so real and so you. So undeniable that eventually all the noise just kind of fades into the background. All that's left is you doing right by you. Because their opinions of you were never really real. But yours